morning. I'd like to thank you all for being here. First of all, I'd like to thank the rest of the members of the Criminal Investigations Division that I work with. Although you get to speak with me, I'd say none of this is possible without all the people who contributed to this investigation. You know, my name gets on the bottom of this paperwork, but without their assistance, none of this would have been able to have been completed in such an efficient manner within the 48 hours it took to put Mr. Izquierdo in jail. I'd say that without getting into great detail, because there are some aspects of this investigation that we still have to tie together, it was probably a few hours, maybe 10, 12 hours of after this incident occurred. Myself and the detectives who had analyzed what information we had available thought that we could be looking at someone who was a known sexual offender or someone who had some profound sexual perversions. This wasn't a normal robbery, not something that you would normally see where the suspect goes into a convenience store or a bank. The actions that this person, Mr. Izquierdo, took seemed to almost indicate that he had a plan and had singled out this particular business. Having said that, Mr. Izquierdo was confronted with the evidence that we had against him and readily admitted what had taken place. If you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to take.
What was the biggest evidence that you had against him? Was it a identification or
Video.
Oh, you had video. Are you releasing that video?
No, we can't.
Because of
the nature of the contents of that video, explicit and no.
Was everything caught on camera?
Yes.
How long did it take you guys to identify him as the primary suspect?
Yesterday morning.
So it was just a couple of days then?
Happened Monday at 2:30, so yesterday was Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yesterday morning, we were able to get a positive identification.
How much money was taken?
I don't think it would be appropriate to disclose what the money present at the business or on the person. So I'll probably leave that.
Was it like under 100, or I mean, could you give an estimate?
I'll say it was over $100.
What was do you know the age of the victim? Can you release that information?
She was over approximately 40 years of age.
What business did she go to when she ran away from him here to Dept?
Keating and Associates Real Estate Office on 5th Avenue South.
What was the name of that firm? Sorry.
Keating and Associates Real Estate Office on 5th Avenue South.
Is this the first time an incident like this has happened within the city of Naples?
As far as I can recall, yeah, something this unique. I have no recollection. I've been in this business for 18 years. I can't recall anything like this.
Was the suspect a Naples resident?
Yes.
Where?
The suspect, Mr. Izquierdo, yeah, he lives in East Naples. And he was on the sexual offender database.
Mm-hmm.
Did that?
Victim as well?
No, the victim, yes, currently lives in Naples, yes.
Did the sex offender database help you guys quickly identify him as
Absolutely.
the suspect? Tell me about that.
Well, when you take the video evidence that we had, and which was a significant help, and then you start to narrow it down to, okay, what sex offenders live in the immediate area. And based upon your video, the description that's provided by the victim, and it came about fairly quickly after that. Then some other small pieces of evidence came into place. We knew the victim had taken me on a route that she took while in the car with the suspect. We retraced her steps with her in the car. And that footage was able to be captured. We were able to capture her actually getting kicked out of the car. Some items spilled from the car. One of the items that spilled from the car was an access key that he used to gain entry into work.
Where did he work?
Well, he didn't have a specific place of employment. What he did is he detailed boats for a living, cleaned boats, repaired boats, and down at Naples Powerboat was where some of the boats that he took care of were located. He needed an access key to get in. That access key let us. Additionally, when we looked through the sex offender database, you can go through people's backgrounds. And when you learned that there was a subject on there who had recently pawned some items. When you pawn items, you have to list the place of employment. Place of employment matched the access, so things started to fall into place.
Were you noticing a pattern of items being stolen and then pawned, or?
No, that wasn't really it, but you have this access card, and it leads you to a business. And then you look at, hey, who from this business has been pawning items? And this one person was also on the sex offender database, and the victim was able to actually take me once again on another trip, which corroborated her first account, just to make sure her story was accurate. And sure enough, she recalled. She said, I think some items may have fallen from the car. And sure enough, we were able to recover. We were able to find a couple items that had fallen from the car. One of the items was the access key.
Did you arrest the suspect at his house?
Yes. With assistance from the Todd County Sheriff's Office, because it was in their jurisdiction. Using our probable cause, we were able to arrest him from his residence.
Did he surrender voluntarily?
Yes, he did.
So the incident happened on Monday, and then when was the arrest?
Yesterday afternoon, approximately between 2:30 and 3 o'clock.
The victim wasn't hospitalized or anything like that?
No. I'd say the victim was very traumatized. It took a couple of interviews to get her to divulge all the information. And apparently her recollection also improved. She had a couple of sleepless nights, but each morning she would call me with new things that she had recalled.
How is she doing?
She's doing well, but still very shaken from what took place.
Is she still in Naples?
Yes.
And was she hospitalized?
No, she was not hospitalized. She did not seek any medical treatment whatsoever.
Where in Cambria Park was she dropped off?
Right, it wasn't at the park itself, but it was right at the corner of 7th Street and 8th Avenue South.
Is this a pretty, I know you talked a little bit about this earlier, but pretty shocking crime for Naples, given
Sure.
history?
And we didn't actually know what we were getting into. When the call came out, it just came out as a suspicious incident. It was an employee and a customer were sequestered inside a room, just heard a scream and give me your money. And then they would learn a few minutes later that gunman was at the door with the other employee demanding money or she would be killed. So, and then upon police arrival, she was no longer present, nor was the suspect. So it quickly escalated into a kidnapping.
I don't know if you mentioned the mask either.
Right, at one point, he did have a mask on when he entered the business. The mask had fallen off. He was sexually assaulting her. He told her, now you saw my face, I'm gonna have to kill you. She says, I don't want to see your face, let me help you. And she helped him put his mask back on.
Any other questions? All right.
Can we get you to say and spell your name for us again?
Sure, my name's Robert Young, ROBERT YOUNG.